communication is a key to the success of any football team. I'm going to start out by introducing some main characters in the story. The first main character is head coach Salzer. Salzer is the head coach of all football programs at Iowa City West High School. The next character is Xavier May. Xavier May was the quarterback that I worked with my sophomore year at West. The third character is Joel Hurt. Hurt is an offensive lineman that I worked with that season also. So it's a great day. We're going to go play some football. We're all really pumped up. Can't wait. It's going to be a great game because us and Xavier are both 4-0 at the time, going into the 5th game of the season. We get up there, me and Xavier think, okay, we got this. It's going to be a normal game. We know all the cues from each other. We've worked with each other enough that we don't really have any problems to worry about. Well, it turns out we did have some problems. The first one came on the very first series when Xavier gave the cadence, down, set, and took a step to the side. Now, the way we were taught was that on the tee of set, I was to snap the ball. And I did so. Unfortunately, the ball went about 40 yards behind Xavier and cost us the series. So as I'm leaving the field, I'm met by Coach Salzer, who is mad beyond belief. Never has he had this problem with me and Xavier, let alone any of the other quarterbacks and center combinations within our teams. So he's standing there and he's yelling at me and just using very explicit language, which I do not feel the need to repeat. So I start yelling back, and he finally gets around to the point and asks me why I felt the need to snap the ball when Xavier wasn't standing behind me. And I explained to him that I was doing what I was taught to do. And he decided that wasn't a very good answer. Well, that not only made him mad, but it also made me mad. And looking back on it, I noticed now that I really got my head out of the game. I was not ready to play, and I was not ready to listen to Xavier like I should have. So we got on the second series, and one of the defensive linemen for Xavier is foaming at the mouth like a rabid dog. And one of our tackles, Hurt, decides that it's a good idea to line up across from him going, meow, meow. So, as you can kind of see, Joel's head wasn't in the game either. Well, that meant for us, we couldn't predict what Joel was going to be doing. So we just had to guess. Well, we couldn't tell each other what to do on the line because that would completely give the play away and destroy any play we were trying to run. So we didn't actually have the ability to communicate because there was no way to communicate without communicating also to the defense. So you're probably wondering why we had all these problems. Well, there is no exact reason. The only thing that can be said is that we did not have our heads in the game. It happens at times, and there's no real way to prevent it. You can try, pulling guys out of the game. You can try yelling at them. All that's going to do is just make them mad and pull their heads out of the game even more, just like it did with me and Coach Salzer. What I learned from this was that no matter what, you have to be able to communicate. Without us being able to communicate with Hurt and with each other on the line, Xavier ended up getting a concussion in this game. Well, with Xavier getting his concussion and me getting 2 new quarterbacks to work with for the rest of the season until Xavier was allowed to return, I could not communicate with them, and I did not understand their way of playing football like I did with Xavier. Really showing the importance that we went from a 4-0 team to a 4-5 team to finish the season. So you're probably wondering how this relates to the success of a football team. Well, as I just stated, we lost the 5 games in a row once Xavier was injured. Thank you for listening. That's all I have to say today.